Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We're midway through the month of April here at Area 58 in the beautiful Tri-Town area of Carver, Plimpton, and Halifax, Massachusetts. And I have an awesome guest today. He's down in the Atlanta area. He is a self-employed guy who loves flags because he's got a lot of them in his background, and we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about everything he's done. But of course, before we get to him, got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we have Equestrians Anonymous right down the street here on Route 58 in Carver. Quality used tech, saddles, equipment, show clothing essentials, and gifts for the horse, hound, and human. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They make the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape. And they have DoorDash deliveries. A lot of people from here eat there. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington. In the other direction, up the road on Route 58. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. And we have Evan Young Realty. That's Evan, my brother, the realtor. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now, Mr. Jonathan Selwhite, is it, what do you say your last name?
Whitwell.
Whitwell, I'm sorry. All right, so Whitwell. All right, good. You're witty and you're well about it. I love it. Selwhite, I don't know. Forget it. My mind is so full of stuff. No, I don't know if you know this, man, but I just beat stage 4 cancer in my stomach, and I did it without surgery and without chemo. So
good deal.
I know, it's a great deal. It's a miracle. So a lot of that's been on my mind lately. So sometimes maybe that and other things I'm thinking about interfere with me getting the name right. But in a way, it's kind of a funny blooper. So tell me about yourself. First of all, are those what kind of flags you got there? Are they all American flags? I am looking at
flags. Yeah. American and Georgia, yeah.
Oh, Georgia. Okay, cool. All right. Are you in Woodstock, just like Constance is? Because I know I got you from her.
Yeah. Constance and I met like 4 years ago, and we became really good business partners and friends. And so we share a couple of different businesses together.
Okay, yeah. I know she had 3. So tell me about what the businesses you share with her.
Yeah, the first one is one that I started probably 30 years ago. It's an audiovisual consulting firm. So we install large video and audio systems throughout the nation.
Okay, throughout the nation.
Just got finished. Yeah. Just got finished with the Georgia State Capitol House and Senate Chamber. So we do a lot of historical buildings where the general contractor and normal audiovisual contractor can't understand or doesn't have the capability to do the specialty rigging to hang the line array speakers, the subwoofers, LED walls in places where people go like, there's asbestos, there's no steel, have no idea how to attach, got to make it safe. They call us and we go there to get it done.
Okay.
Yeah. The next business the second one is an executive protection and security company. So we do human security. We protect CEOs, high value clients, and we do that on a personal level with high quality.
Exactly.
Protect them from other weird people and things happening to them.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah. So most people understand that.
Hold on. I want to break a couple of things down. First of all, do you have branches all over the country? Is that how you're able to service people all over the country, or do you have to literally travel there physically?
I have a subcontractor network that I work with. However, I go on all the rigging jobs because they're so important, and it takes a certified rigger, which Constance and I are both certified riggers to do this stuff. Yeah.
Okay, but you're actually able to cover the whole country en masse by Victoria?
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Now the other thing, well, I mean, is this kind of protection? I'm just curious. What exactly does it? I know you protect people from weirdos, and I know there's lots of them out there. But how exactly do you go about doing that? I have to know. This is very interesting. But go ahead.
Yeah, most people, they really start to understand when you say it's like the Secret Service. It's the guys in the black suits that walk alongside the limo, that get out of the car, that open the door, that escort you to the door, that stand beside you and act weird while you're shaking hands and taking pictures. We're those guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And how many people, you and Constance do that together too?
Yeah, she helps me out every once in a while. She's mostly on the marketing and the operations side, but she's gone on quite a few details with me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, when it comes to details, the people actually hire you out to protect them from, the bad influences, right? The bad actors.
Yeah, some of the bad things, like think of Charlie Kirk. He did have a security detail with him,
Oh boy.
but the outside that circle of influence that Charlie Kirk's detail had, the chief of police for the college was there, and he was responsible for outside that circle of security. So he was
Wow.
responsible for the long range stuff. That had nothing to do with the security detail. It had everything to do with the campus police and their lack of security.
Yeah, the sniper was up on way the hell up on the on a
Right.
platform, 200,
Right.
200, 300 yards away at least, as I recall. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
And
Well,
the
I want.
security detail did make them aware of that position
Yeah.
and that threat, and they said, "We've got it."
Oh,
So what else could they do
I know. I
except for
know. Well,
their circle of influence?
that's kind of risky only because I would think that, you're responsible for if something did go wrong, which it can. Obviously, nothing's 100%,
Right.
guaranteed. It couldn't possibly go wrong. If you're protecting somebody from something and then something like this happens, I mean, I can imagine that it would really be. I mean, you have protection for yourself in case that does happen. I mean, legal
Yes.
stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go too far with that because that's pretty sensitive stuff, obviously.
Yeah, well, it crosses over into the production that Constance and I do, the horror action stuff. So
Oh,
every
yeah.
time we're involved in a security detail, we get ideas for things and we have real world experiences on how that looks on camera. So our short films wind up producing some of the highest quality technical capabilities that you'll see on film.
Okay, that's right. You guys do film together. Let's cover that. But first of all, tell me about yourself growing up. You sound like you're a lifelong Southern man from down there.
I read well, huh? Yeah, I was born and raised in Georgia.
Okay,
My family, the Whitwell lineage comes from Tennessee.
okay,
We were either horse thieves or judges.
okay. So basically, wait a minute. Does that mean you had some ancestors facing the other ancestors in court? So obviously,
Yep,
if somebody's
yep,
full of horses,
yep.
There was a felony.
Yeah, there
If I'm
were
not
five.
mistaken, they hung people for that back in the.
That's right. There were five Whitwell brothers. There were five Whitwell brothers in Whitwell, Tennessee. They were caught borrowing a horse. They weren't going to steal it. They just wanted to ride it, and they were put in the jail. And the father was the commissioner of Whitwell, and
Okay.
he went to the sheriff and said, "Let my boys go." And the sheriff said, "I'm going to dinner. I'm leaving the key on the table." The Whitwell boys left, and they were told to not come back. So half of them went to Texas, Tennessee, and Texas and Mississippi. And that's where everything grew from. And my dad was a pastor, and he moved back to Atlanta, and that's where we hung out.
Okay, interesting. Well, lucky. This happened in the late early 20th century, late 19th century?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah,
they could have been hanged. I understand they hang people for stuff
that's
like
right.
that. So,
That's why they took off. And now I've got an
right,
uncle
but
that's a federal
they were
judge.
lucky they let them out to leave. I mean, that's wow. Well, we might
Yep,
not be having this conversation. Right?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. All right, I make observations. All right. Well, that's fantastic. I know Constance had were you in any of we had a film clip that she shared on the show when I interviewed her. And I don't know if you were in it. It was a scene in a diner. Were you part of that?
I was not in the diner. I was not in the diner, but I did star in that movie as the guy. I wound up killing Constance in that movie.
Oh,
I've killed her
wow.
like 4 or 5 times in the last few movies. So I'm usually the bad guy or the
Yeah.
FBI agent or the police officer that winds up doing her in. Yeah.
Wow. You mean, so you've done that in more than one film with her?
Yeah, we've actually fought, done some jujitsu together, rolled around on the floor, threw her on a table. She's thrown me. She's punched me, kicked me. I've done the same to her. It's a fun relationship.
Well, all right, let's talk about that. I know she's an arm wrestler, and I know I was just looking at your Facebook page. You're very muscular. So you had a guy's arm on the table. I wasn't sure what that was, and then I said, "Oh yeah, he's arm wrestling." So I guess
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
arm wrestler too. Yep.
you got some guns
Yep.
there. Okay. So how did you get into that? You do martial arts as well? I assume it's all part of the same
Yes.
because that's what's all
Yes.
it all comes with the fighting scenes that you guys do, right?
Yep. Well, I was doing a lot of fitness. I've been into fitness for, oh gosh, all my life. I was a lifelong swimmer when I was a kid, went to college
Okay.
swimming, and then just started taking care of myself, doing a lot of mud runs and obstacle races and
Yep.
triathlons, and just saw arm wrestling on TV. And I actually looked it up on Facebook for an arm wrestling training group near me.
Okay.
and went to one and loved the sport. Bunch of great folks just looking for validation and connection. And it's like walking into a biker bar
Yep.
with all these rough and tumble guys, and you think, man, I'm going to die in here, but they turn out being the best guys,
Cool.
and they just want to compete and have a good time and support each other, help each other train, and it's just from a guy and girl network,
Okay.
loving one sport as the best group of people. Yeah.
Okay. But arm wrestling really isn't a martial art, or is it? Okay.
No, it isn't, but it has a lot of technical aspects that are a lot like jujitsu.
Oh, I know that. No,
There's a lot of hand and wrist control movements,
yeah.
which is it's really relates to the grappling and gripping that you do in close quarters combat.
Okay, but what I'm getting at is, do you have martial arts training as well, in addition to arm
Yes.
wrestling? And what kind of, and
Yes.
what is it? What brand of jujitsu? Is it judo? Is it karate? What is it?
Jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga, and a specialty, call it a no holds barred, you're going to die type
Okay.
of fighting technique. It's called Kala.
Okay,
So that's the
that's the
hostage
MMA stuff,
situation
right?
fighting. No, that's hostage situation. You're going to kill somebody with the next blow. There's no tapping out. There's nothing
Wow.
like that. So we reserve that for the hand-to-hand protection stuff. Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at you. I swear, I knew you looked like somebody famous, and it's David Carradine all the way. Kung Fu, remember that?
Yep.
Wow, you definitely you're the one, the 21st century David Carradine. So I could see
I
that.
appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Now here's the thing. What I was going to suggest is, and it's up to you. I was thinking we could possibly upload a couple of the scenes with Constance that you feel, but it sounds like you just kill her in every film. I mean, she's a nice lady. Why do you want to have? Why would you want to be watching her being mauled to death by a predator, which is what we don't want. But that's up to you. If you want to do that, we can. But if not, then we just keep it a discussion, right? Just the reason.
Go right ahead. Load one up.
Well, do you have any clips of that, like that are less than 5 minutes long?
Not at my fingertips right now. I don't want to mess up the interview, but I'll send you one. You can dub it in. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, how long is it?
It's under a minute. Yeah.
Under a minute. Okay.
Sure. So I'll send you a scene where I have just abducted her
Okay.
and I'm torturing her, and she fights back and we're rolling around in the crawl space of a basement.
Okay. Spoiling the surprise, but all right. All right, folks, we're going to watch that scene that John just described, and we'll be right back.
Man.
Do you have the information or not? Fuck you. Then I don't need you.
John, that was great. Good work, both of you. That was fantastic. Okay. And all you got to do is send that clip on the email address that my tech guy Jason sent you the Zoom link on. So
Great.
So tell me about this. So between these three companies and what you do now, I guess you do pretty well. You must. Which do you spend the most time with? Do you think you pretty much budgeted all three equal, or is it more? Is there 1 to 3 more than others, or 2 or 3? Which is it?
Well, each one of those businesses is a different silo, right? So the audiovisual business may be probably 80% of my time.
Okay.
We get the most customers and the most demand for that. And then when that's slow, I'm looking at doing all the executive protection stuff. Most of that happens on the weekend or sometime during the week for 1 or 2 nights. So it doesn't really take away from audiovisual business. And then the production is something that Constance and I both share a passion for. And so we'll plan those out in advance to do a movie for 3 or 4 days for a shoot or something like that. So it really blends well with our lifestyle and allows us to do work, make money, and spend money and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like you really do that in every in every sense of the word. All right. Well, tell me about anything current that you're working on in all three of those companies that you want to mention. Any VIPs that you've been protecting, or any are there any people that you've been doing films or video audiovisual encounters for that you want to mention that I might have heard of? I just want to break it down as much as possible before you have to show up.
Right. Well, my audiovisual company is Elite Consulting Partner,
Okay.
and we do audiovisual stuff for large concert venues, football stadiums, baseball stadiums, government facilities,
Okay.
military bases, things like that. So if people need audiovisual help, and especially rigging and lighting, we're the company you want to go to. With the executive protection, I can't mention any of the political clients we have due to
Okay,
non-disclosures, but we do political people, congressmen, governors, things like that. So we handle those type of folks. We have a lot of people that are social media influencers that fly into Atlanta that want protection for the night or for their visit. We'll do that. And then we also have executives in Atlanta that have us come to their company meetings and their outings that they do when they have business meetings.
Okay. Were you in the military at all? It sounds like
No.
Really?
I wanted to be, and I was shut down at an early age by my first wife. She said, "Nope, I won't be here when you get back." I said, "Okay,"
Oh,
but I wish I had.
that's
I have had the benefit and pleasure of training with a lot of special forces guys and door kickers out of Afghanistan,
wow.
and I also had a stint where I was being trained by the Israeli Secret Service called Shin Bet. So I've had a lot of good training.
Military to me.
Very, very blessed, very blessed. And the Shin Bet is known, as you know, Israeli type of military action and justice is different than the American system.
Oh, I'm
Israeli.
Are they
warfare.
involved in the war with Iran right now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Israeli warfare, Shin Bet, is there's no Geneva Convention. There's no rules. It is me, you, and the devil. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay. Now, did you say you went to college, and if so, where? And what did you major in? I thought I heard you mention that a while back. It was earlier.
Georgia. Went to Georgia State University on a swimming scholarship. Didn't finish there. Yeah, I didn't finish there because I really wanted to get into technology. Okay. And so learned about electronics, robotics, and engineering.
All right. Wait, just on your own, or did you go to a different school for that?
It was a company called Total Technical Institute in Atlanta. And they did a good job. Made 110 on the course. It was good. 110. I was really passionate about it.
You betting on a horse?
On the entire coursework.
On the course? I thought you said horse. I'm sorry. Okay.
That'd be good. Right. I can ride a horse too. Yeah.
Sure you can. All right. Yeah, being from down there. All right. Do you have now? Are you married with children? Do you have any kids, or just do you have any people in your life that you want to reach out to at all? Because I obviously you seem like a family man. I know Constance is a part of your life, but is there anyone else? Someone maybe.
Oh, Constance is my partner, and that's the only person I want. Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right, that's great. I'm so glad it's working out. So now, what does the future look like? We're coming into summertime. What do you have any projects on the horizon that for filming, especially that maybe something different than you've ever done before that you want to bring to light? If not, that's fine.
We're always auditioning for films, and Constance has written a couple of them that we're about to produce. So we're looking forward to that. We've got a couple more in the can that are getting edited that are going to be released. Okay. And we really enjoy and revolve around our times when we release movies to the festivals. And we've won several. Yeah, we've run several awards at the Days of the Dead Festival and Buried Alive Film Festival, and we're planning on submitting more and doing that. It's a great opportunity to get noticed. Yeah. And the budget is small enough where we can pay for it ourselves, but we've got a couple of feature films in the works, and that always takes a little bit of planning and some funding. Yeah.
Feature films, are they like full-length films, or are they shorter ones?
The ones we're doing right now are anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes long. Okay. That's a feature film will get up in an hour and a half, 2 hour. Right. Okay. So you've done both? Yeah. Okay. Have you ever done anything else in entertainment? You ever played music? Have you ever played? I know aside from swimming and arm wrestling, you ever done any other sports? Have you ever written? You write scripts for those films with Constance too. I know she does. Well. Well, we wrote a book a couple of years ago called "A Marine Endures Hell," and so I helped to edit and wrote the foreword on that book. You can find that on Amazon. Just look up "A Marine Endures Hell," and that was about the 1979 Iran hostage crisis of a Marine called Ken Krause, and he was tortured for 8 days and was finally released. And it's about his story. Yeah,
you were only 9 years old when that happened.
I remember it. I saw it on TV.
I know you're old enough. Well, guess what?
I had to change the channel and turn the dial like this. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
There were no remotes.
There were remotes, but not as good as today, obviously. Well, guess what, John? We're in the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you had fun talking to me. I hope you had as good a time as you'd hope to have when we plan this.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, including Constance. But if you know anyone else that you think, or even Scarlett, or I know you're friends with her too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no, all my arm wrestling fans, good on you. Keep rolling, keep top rolling, and keep doing it, man. And everybody in production, appreciate you so much. We always work hard. Love the PAs. Can't do without PAs. Production assistants. They help make movies work. If you don't have them, you're not going to have a good day.
How many?
So appreciate
how many do you have in your? Just curious. How many PAs do you have in your business, or is it just you two?
Now, we always hire PAs. So they're like our labor force that come in and help do everything from unload trucks to bring in water, to help build walls, to do anything. So PAs are the labor force that really make a production sing, right?
Gotcha.
And then all my audiovisual and technical people out there, love you. Let's keep doing good work and stay safe.
When you do films, is it only in Georgia, or do you travel around the country, or have you, or would you ever?
We've done most of our films in Georgia, but if someone hires us as an actor or as a set designer or something like that, we'll go wherever. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Most of them are in Georgia, though.
I remember when I had Constance on. I asked her if she said she does not audition people for the films. But do you find people to audition, or do you have like a select group of people that you know that are good to do the films, or do you reach out to new people as well, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, in our circle, we know people that are already actors, and we see as we're writing the film or producing it, we see, hey, let's get this person, they'd be great in that role. So we use people that are known entities, which streamlines our process and makes our product better.
But how many? Could you just give me an idea about how many people that you have on call for that, give or take?
Probably about 50 people that we know just offhand, and if we need someone else, it'll come as a referral from one of those actors that we already know. So we're kind of guaranteeing that we're going to get a good product, and we're not having to get someone that we don't know their skill, don't know how they interact, and are wondering. That's the last thing you want on a production. You've got to control everything. And if you can get a known entity that you can rely on and know that they can act or fight well, then your day is so much better.
I get it. Okay. I got one last favor to ask. We're just about to wrap the show up. Will you stick around, and my tech guy Jason will take a pic of us for Facebook, and I'll tag you when you can.
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. We're moving to a beautiful April. More great shows coming up. Topic Time Nation. So wrapping off and snapping out. Enjoy it and stay safe. There we go. Yeah,
there it is.
I got a little bit. I don't have as much fuel, but it works. Maybe some snapping in the background. So love.